Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and today is the day, honey. Kenya Moore's confessionals in my words. I don't know what time. She said you have to be subscribed and be notified when she gets ready to drop. But let's get into some other things. Child, when I saw that The Root had an article on Kenya Moore, why Kenya Moore has always been the problem, I was like, I know you lying. Let's get into it. I feel like this is one for Brit. They talk about how the Real Housewives of Atlanta is full of drama, but Kenya takes it to a new level of toxicity, right? They talk about the former Miss USA showing her hand in RP as a way to expose her castmate, Brit Edie. So then they call it a cruel, calculated move that backfired tremendously, right? And then they quote Cynthia Bailey, shocked. I believe that most of the cast were shocked. We didn't know that would happen. Let's keep going. So then they talked about how Edie didn't feel like her cast had her back. We've already discussed that, right? Brit is new. Brit was mad because they checked in with Kenya. I said this. Why would they not check in with Kenya? You're just getting here. They're going to do that. So then right here, what The Root is asking is, why did it take so long for Moore to be held accountable? Who is over there doing this reporting at The Root? Child, let me know. I might be able to find out. So then they talk about from season 5, Miss Gone with the Wind Fabulous has almost antagonized all the women on the show. From inappropriate flirtation with Apollo to a decade worth of being at odds with Porsha. They said that she has consistently inserted herself into controversial foolishness. But her latest stunt is exposing Edie was less being shady and more of a personal attack. They felt like it was a personal attack. Now, I don't think it was... Was it a personal attack? What do you think about that? Okay, what I will say about this article, that any content creator or anybody that wants to talk about it could have gotten this article to talk about, right? But what I have surmised is that this article right here, they feel a certain way about Kenya. They said wherever there is smoke, there's Kenya Moore. And the common thread in these blowouts is that they came up with that Kenya is a jealous, mean-spirited person towards romantically or emotionally secured women. What? And then they talk about her catchphrase, don't come for me unless I send for you. This is a line that has yet to age well. While jealousy might explain her actions, it certainly doesn't excuse them. Straight from The Root. Let's look and see who wrote this. Let's go back a minute. I'm not going to mess this name up right here, but we're just going to say B wrote this. They feel a certain way about Kenya over there at The Root, child. Let's keep going. This in my story on Instagram yesterday, where Porsha basically said that Kenya had been fired from the show because she was saying how Brit had given her POV and Kenya couldn't give her POV because she was fired from the show. Now, that's not what we got from Kenya, but this is what's coming from Porsha. Now, this is something else. I found this to be very interesting. As I was scrolling, I was like, why is Kenya in the window smiling like this? Because it just looked real crazy to me. But then I looked down here at the caption. Thank you, the dentist, for always something about her smile. Hold on. Child, so she said, thank you, the dentist, for always taking such immaculate care of my teeth. Y'all, maybe they should just move Kenya over to Married to Medicine. And then they could really be together and see how that dynamic works. They measure up together for me anyway, so I think y'all would enjoy that. Y'all who love them like that, I think y'all would really enjoy that. What do y'all think about that? So, you know, Brit was recently on Watch What Happens Live, and when she was asked to say something positive about her castmates, this is what she had to say, because we wouldn't be here without Brit at all. She said about Porsha, loves how you stand in your truth. For Drew Sidora, you're a great actress. For Angela Oakley, with hesitation, you love Charles. For Shamia Morton, with hesitation, you're a good liar. What? For Kelly, you're a good mother. Cynthia Bailey, you're the voice of truth. And for Phaedra Parks, you're an OG. That girl. Child. Y'all, I can't wait to see what Kenya has to say today. I hope she doesn't let y'all down. It's your girl Millie Chan. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.